Hello Squishies! I am Andrew and welcome to another Squishy Shorts. This time we are looking at Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. Here it is, my favourite game in the entire whole wide world ever. A game I've played more than any other video game, a game I know inside out and better than the back of my hand. I hardly ever look at the back of my hand. The back of my hand is boring. Monkey Island 2 is far, far, far from boring. Monkey Island 2 LeChuck's Revenge is a point-and-click adventure game developed by LucasArts, the rebranded name for Lucasfilm Games, and released in 1991 for PC, Amiga and Mac. Following the original game, it received a remastered version with new graphics and full voice in 2010 for PC, iOS, Xbox and PlayStation 3. What the heck is Monkey Island 2 all about? Well, here is the official description. Having seemingly defeated the evil ghost pirate LeChuck in his first adventure, Guybrush Threepwood sets his sights on the legendary treasure of Big Whoop. But wait, LeChuck is now back in zombie form and he's out for revenge. Guybrush will have to use his wits, his humour and his insatiable desire for adventure to defeat his nemesis once and for all and truly prove himself the greatest pirate in the Caribbean. Voodoo dolls, spitting contests and amusement parks are just some of the challenges Guybrush must overcome as he meets old friends, fights new enemies and uses every ounce of his mojo to overcome the wrath of LeChuck's revenge. Guybrush is back, baby! The game builds upon the previous game in every conceivable way, not least its story. Guybrush starts the game living off the story of his previous adventure, but when his adventure game protagonist ego gets the better of him, he inadvertently aids in the resurrection of LeChuck. LeChuck swears to get revenge on Guybrush, who must set out to find the treasure of Big Whoop to stop LeChuck. The game takes place primarily over 3 islands, Scab, Fat and Booty, that you will need to travel between to solve puzzles. The main quest is to locate the 4 pieces of a map to Big Whoop. As with Monkey Island 1, the game has the action commands at the bottom left portion of the screen, though those have been reduced from the 12 seen in early Lucasfilm games to just 9. These action commands, present in this form since Maniac Mansion, would only be seen in 2 more games, with Day of the Tentacle, LucasArts' 9th game and sequel to Maniac Mansion, being the last. This game was the first time that the inventory was also changed from a text descriptor to graphic icons for the items. The game was the first in the series to also give a difficulty option. A mode called Monkey Light was introduced that offered simplified puzzles. This was the version that 9-year-old me played when I first got the game. It was maybe my 2nd or 3rd playthrough of the game that I attempted the regular version, and was amazed that there were so many areas of the game that had been previously inaccessible. The puzzles in the game are also greatly expanded. As with the first, I don't think they are outside the realm of logic, but they do stretch that logic. Needing to unscrew a valve and using a hypnotized monkey in your inventory to create a monkey wrench? That was tough for a child who didn't know the term monkey wrench. This was a time before the internet and I begged my parents to buy me the official hymn book to get through it. I still remember every puzzle solution in the game. I also think that this is the most beautiful Monkey Island game in the series. Maybe a lot of that is nostalgia, but there is something so captivating to me about the pixel art animations. The backgrounds were hand-painted and scanned into the computer. This once again brings up the special edition version of the game, which continues the design style used in Monkey Island 1. I still think it is ugly. I wish they'd been able to rescan the original artwork and build it from that instead. One positive change for Monkey Island 2 Special Edition is that you can now mix and match editions, so you can play the game with the original graphics, but with voices. It is the best of both worlds. One change that was made for this Special Edition was the removal of Monkey 2 Lite, though like the previous Special Edition, a hint system was built into the game. My final note in the Special Editions is another thing that I appreciate as a me problem, but they used the stylized version of the logo from the 5th entry in the series, Tales of Monkey Island, and I get this is the weirdest nitpick, but I don't like it. I adore Monkey Island 2. I don't think there is a moment of dead time in the game. There is no slow section that you have to chore through to get back to the good stuff. The new characters are all a joy and the returning favourites from the first game make smile-inducing comebacks. The musical themes in the game are the absolute peak of the series, only improved in the next game by being recorded with real instruments. One innovation that this game made, and you can hear it right at the start in Woodtick, where each location in the town is playing the same theme, but has its own version of that, and the game smoothly transitions from one version to the next. Monkey Island 2 is a game that I would consider perfect, ending on a cliffhanger that I would have to wait 30 years to see the resolution of. Have you played Monkey Island 2? What is your favourite point-and-click adventure game? Let us know in the comments, we'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, it has been a pleasure and we'll see you again on the next one. Bye!
Who let you into my room?